Hey, is anybody still here on my channel? I feel like it's been a minute. And when I say a minute, I mean like 2 months. Sorry about that, you guys. Something kind of upset me a few months back that took me a while to process and all that jazz, but I'm better now. And I've been buying a lot during COVID. You know, I'm kind of addicted to the black wax circle thing that you spin on a turntable. You know what I'm talking about? That and the little silver discs. I buy too many of them, pretty much. So what's new? How are the kiddos? What's the latest gossip? Enough of that. Sincerely, I hope you all are doing well during this time. All right, I'm gonna start with some CDs, and I will be periodically just grabbing stuff from the floor because I have quite a bit, like I said. Let's start with, let's see, I got this back in Portland in March on my trip there. So I'm not doing my Portland record store video, even though I have all the footage. I just think it's a little too late right now. I mean, I don't know which of those stores are still open, to be honest. I haven't looked that all up. The Wipers, this is their first 3 albums. 3 CD box set, mini box set. So, yeah, there's their first 2 there. This is pretty amazing. I didn't even know this existed until I saw it in a store called Music Millennium in Portland, which is a badass store, by the way. So this is on the Zeno label, which is actually Greg Sage's own label. There's 23 bonus tracks and 6 never released songs on here, and it's the first 3 classic LPs digitally remastered. If you don't know the Wipers, it's Greg Sage's group, and it's like punk and indie music. Such an influence on alternative and grunge bands like Nirvana, Dinosaur Jr., the list goes on and on. This is amazing stuff. I really like the song Romeo. That's on Over the Edge. But this is all fantastic. They were kind of like indie before the term indie came about. Anyway, this is all you need. It's a box set. Pretty killer.
Nothing ever changed, remains the same, living in doom, living in doom.
Next, I have a compilation of Dead Can Dance. This is called A Passage in Time. You all know Dead Can Dance, right? It's Brendan Perry and Lisa Gerrard. Just some amazing world music, lots of influences. I especially like when they throw in some Celtic influences in there. But some songs I really loved on here are The Host of Seraphim and Kantara. So it's a compilation of their very early material. So I'm going to be featuring another Dead Can Dance album later on in this video, if you make it that far. I hope you do. Last CD for now, and then I'll move on to some vinyl, but I got this Kinks album, Something Else by the Kinks. This is the deluxe version. So disc 1 is the original mono album plus some extra tracks. Disc 2 is the original stereo album. I'm not sure if this is going to come through that well, but I got this for really cheap. So yeah, you got the deluxe edition. This is one of my favorite Kinks albums. I don't have it on vinyl. I just figured I'd get this for all the extra goodies, which I love when they do these deluxe CD box sets. This was part of a brilliant trio of albums they released in this period. So the other 2 would be Face to Face and Village Green. Preservation Society. Village Green is my favorite album from them. This is also very high up there. I like more of the acoustic ballad side of the Kinks, I find. Situation Vacant is also really good. I like this because Dave Davies kind of stepped up more on this album. So Something Else by the Kinks. I'm sure most of you know that. Let's move on to the vinyl, because I do get some haters around here to like, show some freaking vinyl, get rid of those damn CDs. Well, I like both because I like music overall. So just bear with me and be kind, please. Oh, I found this mono album of the Byrds Younger Than Yesterday, which is one of my favorites. This is a 2i and it was pretty inexpensive. So right there, one of my favorite Byrds albums. Y'all know how I feel about the Byrds. Renaissance Fair is probably my favorite track on here, so I had to pick that up. I have to say that their first 4 albums I now have both stereo and mono copies, so I think Notorious Byrd Brothers is harder to find a mono copy. I've never seen a mono copy of that. Okay, moving on. This is really different from the Byrds. But this is the Vivian Girls, and this is their latest album that I bought called Memory. This came out last year. This is on polyvinyl. This is really a good album. I have one of their other CDs and I didn't think much of it, but this one blew me away in their catalog. And this is on some lovely pinkish purple vinyl right there. Yeah, that's coming through nicely. So this is noise pop, indie, alternative. You know, they definitely are influenced by Jesus and Mary Chain. Some shoegaze. I love the female vocals. I'm gonna try to include a clip if I can. I try to do that when I can. But out of all their albums, this is an incredible one. So hope you like what you hear. Next, I got an Electric Light Orchestra album because sometimes I love a little symphonic classic rock with some cheese, and ELO really fit the bill when it comes to that. This one has a damn skip in it, and I should have known because it was dirt cheap. Sometimes you can't win, but United Artists, that's the label on this right there. And it has Telephone Line, Tightrope. You really can't do wrong with ELO. Did you know that Jellyfish were really influenced by these guys? I love Jellyfish, so I just thought I would mention that. All right, next we have a band called Drahla. And I heard about this band from Sam's channel, Sam the Vinyl Douche. I think a lot of you probably watch him. He featured this in a set of videos he did towards the end of last year called like his favorite albums of 2019 or something like that. And Drahla was featured in that. So I listened to this several times before I bought it. It's not going to be for everyone. It's kind of post-punk. The chick singer, she has a really monotone voice. They're pretty unique. I think they're a unique indie band. And one of their influences is Wire, if that helps you at all. So check out Drahla. This is called Useless Coordinates. And thank you, Sam, for mentioning them and featuring them. Okay, next we have Modern English. And yes, this is the album that has Melt With You. And the reason I got this album is called After the Snow, by the way. Let me just hold it the right way. So one of my Facebook friends, his name is Shane, and he has really good taste in music. This is on Sire. He said, oh, you should really check out this Modern English album. And yes, it has Melt With You, but it has a lot of other good tracks too. I just thought it was an underrated album. A few songs kind of missed the mark, but I really liked Someone's Calling and Life in the Glad House. The first 2 tracks. Those stood out to me. And I Melt With You is track 1, side 2, for those of you who are curioso. Oh, I want to quickly mention that I'm not showing any power pop in this video. Well, I take that back. I might have to slip a few power pop albums in just because I have plenty. And I'm going to be doing a huge power pop update video because that's probably mainly what I've been buying the past few months, so stay tuned for that. For those of you who have been wondering where the hell my Shoegaze video is, my update, I'm sorry. That's been put on the back burner, but I do want to focus on that after my Power Pop video and after my Jangle Pop Part 3 video. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, you guys. Thanks for being so patient, and thank you for everyone who has inquired where I've been. Those messages have meant a lot, and it's keeping me going in this community, so thank you. Okay, I'm gonna feature some, oh, I want to show a few more CDs. You know how I mentioned Wire? So I got this compilation for cheap. It's called I'm Returning, and it covers their career from 1977 to 1979. It's got 31 tracks. So Wire, just terrific post-punk band. I mean, if you want, okay, so I'm the type of person where I have a short attention span sometimes. Sometimes I just want to listen to something where the songs are not that long. Well, these songs are like a minute or a little over a minute. I mean, if you have a short attention span at times, like I do, check out Wire. Just fantastic stuff. They're missing a few key tracks on this, which is a little bit disappointing, but you get the gist of their sound. Hopefully that is coming through. Pretty cool. I'll just show this real quick. I got Iggy Pop's Lust for Life, which I was missing in my entire collection. This was $1. Couldn't pass that up. So such good songs on here. Lust for Life, The Passenger, Tonight. Love this one. This is one of his best albums, if not the best, from Iggy Pop regarding his solo career. A few more CDs. I want to feature this one, and this case is just gross and terrible, so ignore the case if you can. And I did not pay $7.99 for this, but this is Band of Susans. It's their album called The Word and the Flesh. God, this case is disgusting, but I like I always love pictures of amps. So several of you actually mentioned this band to me, and probably like a year ago. I don't remember. And I always kept that in the back of my mind, and I finally found this. This is alternative and shoegaze, kind of just like a good mix of the two. And I read a review on this, and someone said that it's almost like a companion piece to My Bloody Valentine's Loveless. I'm not sure I would quite put it on that caliber, but I can see where they would think that, if that makes sense. There's lots of droning guitars on here. If you like the drone, you're gonna like this. And the vocals are definitely buried, so yeah, you can definitely put that shoegaze stamp on this. This really surprised me, and I'm actually looking forward to listening to this more. I think I would prefer to get a vinyl copy of it in the future, and I know there's vinyl of it available, so fingers crossed that I do stumble upon this. But let me know what you guys think of this, if you've listened to it or if you're fans. Is there other albums in their catalog I should check out? Please do let me know in the comments below. All right, last CD. I know I have so many CDs to show you guys, but I'm not showing everything today because it is insane how much I've bought. It really is. Are you guys in the same boat? Like, if I can't go to record stores, I'm gonna buy all this stuff online because I love getting mail too. So enough of that. See, I tend to ramble in my videos. Have you guys noticed that? For Against. This is their album called Coalesced, and when did this come out? This is one of their later albums, 2001. I'm really getting into For Against. I have their album on vinyl. It's called Echelons, which I think is their first one. This is a local band. They're from Lincoln, Nebraska. They are dream pop, jangle pop, I'm just in love with these guys, and I can't wait to get more. There's a few vinyl box sets available you can get of theirs, but here I'm gonna try to include a clip so you can see what the hype is, what I'm saying. Yeah. Next, I've mentioned Gin Blossoms before in several of my other videos. This one is Congratulations, I'm Sorry. I also have New Miserable Experience on vinyl, but this was a good price, so I thought I'd pick it up and just ignore the phone ringing over there. We don't even use the landline, so I don't know why it's still plugged in. Sorry. Probably my favorite song on here is Not Only Numb. I just think it's a beautiful song, and Follow You Down, you guys are gonna know that song. So, really into Gin Blossoms. They're power pop, alternative, pretty jangly too, and I featured them in my Jangle Pop video. I think my second one, right? I gotta do part 3, but yeah. Anyway, I know I'm missing one. Oh, I'm missing a bunch. Oh, geez, I got this whole other pile to show of my personal pickups. How long is this video gonna be? So next I wanna show Catherine Wheel's second album, Chrome. This is a music on vinyl release, which I am really happy with music on vinyl pressings, except for one. I had one bad experience in the last month. I ordered, I'll try to be quick with this. I ordered the Cranes album Loved, which I featured in my first Shoegaze video. I love that album so much, and they finally did a music on vinyl pressing of it. So when I got it, it had this big old paint splotch or blob on the last track of side 1. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, no. Please, please play through. I hope this is not gonna affect the sound. Well, it did, and it played like crap. So I had to go through the whole mess of returning it. I didn't get another copy of it. I will later on, but that's the only bad experience I've had with music on vinyl. Anyway, let's get back to freaking talking about this album. So, this album of theirs is not as shoegazy as Ferment, which is their first album. This one is more, it has an edge. It's a harder sound. If you want the shoegaze album, get Ferment. This one's a little different. It still gets atmospheric on this, and I still really enjoy this, but I do think I like Ferment the best. So my favorite songs, Strange Fruit, Crank, Ursa Major Space Station. It's really solid. And this came out originally in 1993. And I kind of love the cover on this too. All right. So my birthday was back in June. I'm not going to show this one. That'll be in the next video. So yeah, I had a birthday early June, and I had a friend get me some albums, which is very generous of him. The first one I want to show is by Dumptruck, which I featured in my Jangle Pop series. This is one I was missing on vinyl, and they have a total of 3 albums, I believe. So this is their first one. This was released in 1985. And yeah, they were a pretty unknown band, I think, for the time. And it's Jangle Pop, it's alternative. This is quite different than their last album. This is on Big Time. My favorite song on here is Repetition. So, this is awesome to have. I love it. Next, I got a grill for my birthday. Echo and the Bunnymen's Heaven Up Here. For some reason, this has been really hard for me to find in the wild, and I've never seen it in the wild. So my friend ordered this for me, which is just awesome. And it's on Sire, and it's their second album, and I just love it so much. I love this band. It's not my favorite album by them. My favorite album by them is Ocean Rain, but this, I don't know. This might be my second favorite. So, all right, then I got, this is really special. These two are awesome. And once again, I've never seen these while out shopping, but Go-Betweens. I got 2 Go-Betweens albums on vinyl. So this is Tallulah. Tallulah is not one of my favorites of theirs, I see people post it on Instagram a lot, and I don't really have anything, I don't really have a huge problem with it, but I just think there are better albums in their catalog. I mean, it's still really good, don't get me wrong, but I do think the one I'm going to show next is one of the highlights in their career. So this was a total grail. 16 Lovers Lane. I just love this band so much. And again, my first Jangle Pop video, I talk all about the Go-Betweens, and I also show this one on CD. So just really a lovely group from Australia. This is on Capitol. Again, I've never seen these out in the wild. So I think he got these off of eBay. So the biggest song is probably Streets of Your Town. But I also love Was There Anything I Could Do, Die for Your Memory, You Can't Say No Forever. It's a masterpiece. Yes. Check out the Go-Betweens, y'all. You'll be glad you did. Okay. I have a lot more to show, don't I? So my friend Jess, and I'll leave his Instagram handle down below, he has sent me just package upon package over the last year and a half or so, and he's big into shoegaze, dream pop, twee pop, jangle pop, all that good stuff that I like too. So he nails my taste pretty well. The first thing I want to show that he sent me is a band called Easy, and this one's called Magic Seed. I love the cover on that. I had never heard of this band. So this is a band out of Sweden in the early 90s. This is a gatefold. Pretty cool art there. Yeah. It's alternative rock. So they have influences from Jesus and Mary Chain, Sonic Youth, Stone Roses. If you like those, you're probably gonna dig this band. So thank you, Jess. That is an awesome album. I really fell in love with this album too, and I had never heard of these guys. I love 80s jangle pop, and this is East Village, Hot Rod Hotel. It's kind of a compilation album of their material. This is a recent reissue. Is my new ring light working okay? I kind of gotta like tilt the album so you can see the words and stuff, but I think it's working okay. Extra jangly, if you like jangle pop. In fact, I should have featured this in my part 3. Maybe I'll just briefly mention them again. I would say their influences are the Byrds, the Go-Betweens, Aztec Camera, maybe Close Lobsters, which I love. Check these guys out. Yeah, they didn't last too long, but thank you, Jess. I love when you guys bring bands I haven't heard of, like, to my attention. I really enjoy that. And then I'm gonna just show 2 CDs he sent me really quick. He sent me some books and magazines, but those are reserved for future videos. He sent me The Sound of Leamington Spa, volumes 1 and 6, and these are some excellent compilation albums. I still haven't listened to the volume 6, but is this gonna come through? Work with me. What I'll probably do is just put a picture of it so you guys can see. The Pooh Sticks are on here. Desert Wolves, the Clamheads, Cherry Orchard, lots of obscure bands, and this is good stuff. So here's the volume 6 track listing. The Artisans, Rumblefish, Easter and the Totem, Lilac Trumpets, The Potting Sheds. Yeah, just really turns me on to some good stuff. So thank you for all those goodies, Jess, as always. More VCLT. I'm going to show a package I got from my friend Ian. He comments on my videos from time to time. Apparently he watched my Jangle Pop videos, and he said that he had a copy of Aztec Camera's Highland Hard Rain on vinyl to send me, and I was just delighted about that. So thank you so very much for your generosity. I love this album. Roddy Frame, I mean, what a genius, right? So that's really nice to have on vinyl. Plus, he sent some extras. He sent me the Cure's Faith Deluxe Edition. So I do have this on vinyl, but I do not have, you know, rarities from 1980 to 1981. So you get demos, outtakes, live stuff. Fantastic early album from The Cure. And then he sent me this Pig Bag, Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jive, which I can't say is exactly my cup of tea. I've listened to it a few times. I don't know. It's kind of out there. It might grow on me. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think of this one if you've heard of Pig Bag. So thank you so much, Ian. Awesome package there. Next, I got a package all the way from Canada. My friend David Craner. I know he comments here and there in the VC, so this is a rad package, and I'm gonna try to be quick because there's several items. But he sent me David Bowie's Lodger, which I was missing in my collection. This is just killer. So, gatefold there. My David Bowie collection has been coming along quite nicely. Ever since Jeff Kempen sent me like 5 of his albums. It was like an amazing Bowie starter set. I've just been totally enthralled with Bowie ever since. So he sent me that. He sent me this one by 5440. And these guys were a Canadian power pop alternative group. And this came out in 1986. So you guys are probably going to recognize the song I Go Blind because Hootie and the Blowfish later covered that in the 90s. But these guys had the original version of this. I really enjoyed this album. They have several albums I'll be checking out. So thank you so much for that. He sent me 2 jazz albums. I already had a Love Supreme, but I'm actually curious to compare this pressing with the one I have. You can't have too many pressings of this jazz album, right? So I'm not huge into jazz, but there are a few jazz albums that have grabbed me and I enjoy. So this was awesome. So really excited to compare this with my other one. Thank you, David. This is Monk Straight No Chaser. I think I have a little bit of everything to show you guys in this video, which is kind of rare for me because I'm typically just a rock chick, so I'm happy to show a little bit more variety here and there. So yeah, I'll be listening to that one very, very soon. I've been really overwhelmed with music. And then he sent me an upgrade copy of Elvis Costello's Imperial Bedroom, which is amazing. And so I gave my other copy to Emma at A Final Low. So now I have this, and I also have a Mo-Fi edition. This is one of my favorite Elvis Costello albums, so that was very kind and generous. You're awesome, David. Thank you. So next, just trying to get my bearings because this is a long video. All right. My good friend Paul sent me. Ooh, there's one more thing I forgot to show that David sent me, and that's Sloan's Navy Blues. This is a total upgrade copy for me, and this has the slipcase. Very nice indeed. One of my favorite Sloan albums. She Says What She Means. Iggy and Angus, Money City Maniacs. So good. So good. Sloan are a Canadian power pop band. And this, again, like I said, this is an upgrade because the case I have, a certain cat may have peed on the case, and yeah, there's cracks in the case, and let's just say I had to throw that case out and just keep the disc. So this is a total upgrade. Thank you. My good friend Paul at Baraka P-Dub. You all probably have seen his channel. He's a master editor. He's got fantastic taste in music, just a wide range of genres that he enjoys. He sent me some awesome stuff. So first of all, he sent me this Blu-ray DVD, and it's titled Baraka. So this is supposed to contain some beautiful, breathtaking footage. And yeah, you guys now know where part of his YouTube handle comes from, is this. So I can't wait to watch this. He also sent me this CD, Late Night Tales, Midlake. And it looks like it's a compilation. I haven't really cracked this open or investigated. It says the Rolls Royce of compilations just got better. It looks like Beach House is on here, which I love. Nico, the band, Fairport Convention. So check that out. Track listing. Very much looking forward to that. Another compilation here. This is Harbor Boat Trips Volume 2. And it does appear there's a bunch of awesome shoegaze artists and bands on here, such as the Ravenettes, Slow Dive, the KVB, a bunch I haven't heard of before. Oh, A Place to Bury Strangers. I actually have one of their CDs, so this is gonna be, yeah, okay, what I'm gonna do is, the ring light, I'm gonna take a picture of it so you can see the track listing. And then he sent me 2 records. So I have to say that Paul is responsible for getting me into Dead Can Dance, because he sent me their album Anastasis last year. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. So this is another one from them he highly recommended. This is called Spirit Chaser. And I just listened to the first record this morning, and yeah, it's amazing. So I just talked about them earlier in this video. It's world music with beautiful vocals, really enchanting stuff. So I'm just so happy to have this. Thank you, Paul. And then he sent me a Slow Dive album that was missing in my collection. So this is Pygmalion. And so the thing about this album, and it's a music on vinyl pressing, I was enjoying this last night. Quite different from their shoegaze albums. My favorite is still Souvlaki, which is their second album, but I think this might be my second favorite. It's more ambient, it's experimental, blue skied and clear. That's incredible. Crazy for You. I was blown away by this. This is going to be on the turntable quite frequently. Just saying. This is amazing. Thank you, Paul, for all those generous gifts. Everyone, thank you. So more VCLT. This is from my friend Michael. I'm going to put his YouTube handle down below. He sent me some awesome 80s jangle pop, power pop, new wave gems. 2 of them I already had, and I'm probably going to end up sending those to Steve Carlson down the road. But I'm going to show you 4 of these right now. I need a sip of water real quick. Sippy sippy. Okay, the first one. This is the Hoodoo Gurus' first album. I love the Hoodoo Gurus, and I feature them in my Jangle Pop video. They can also be considered power pop. So I love the opening and closing tracks on this particular album. I Want You Back and My Girl. Just really fun band. And I know some people, like, this is some people's favorite of their catalog. So really nice to have this on vinyl. Thank you so much, Michael. This is one I hadn't heard of before. This is Rubber Rodeo, Scenic Views. It's totally an 80s album cover in my opinion. It actually reminds me of that movie, The Wizard. Did you guys ever watch that? I watched that as a kid nonstop with Fred Savage. It's like about this whole Nintendo tournament and this family. Anyway, this was released in 1984, and it has a cover of Walking After Midnight that's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of new wave slash cowpunk / alternative / country. It was interesting, so I enjoyed that. This one I haven't listened to this one yet. This is The Electrics with a K, State of Shock. Yeah, this is gonna be hitting the turntable soon because I have a whole box of stuff, of albums that are waiting to be listened to, that are waiting to be loved, and I just haven't gotten to them yet. So this is on the list. And then this is an upgrade for me. Guadalcanal Diaries, Walking in the Shadow of the Big Man, which is their first album and one of my favorites. So this cover, this jacket, is beautiful compared to the one I have. Let's compare and contrast. So here's the new one. It's pretty much mint cover and vinyl too, by the way. Take a good look. And then this. What the hell? Seriously. This is the worst cover I own. Looks like a freaking dog chewed it up for breakfast. God. So I was very happy to receive this pristine copyright here. These guys are like REM. I featured them in Jangle Pop Part Dos. They're from Athens, Georgia, I believe. So thank you, Michael. That was a nice package of 80s alternative Jangle Pop goodies. Really enjoy everything. Thank you guys so much. I need to come back soon for more videos. Jangle Pop Part 3, my Power Pop collection update, which is literally overflowing. That's going to be a long video. So like I said, I didn't really show much Power Pop. I'm reserving it for that video. Later down the road, a room tour of what's behind me. Shoegaze update. Any other requests? I need to get back in the swing of making these videos. Bye.